Hello, everybody, and welcome to 1320, the coolest hangout for the youth, teens, everyone in between, infinity and beyond. My name is Jose Jimenez Toreto, and I am a member of this family. Anyway, my name is Joseph Rafiki. Those are very quick shout out to Fast 10. Yes, it's not even Fast X, it's Fast 10. Anyway, welcome to this beautiful Sunday. For those who are watching this after Sunday, welcome to this beautiful insert day there. Um, yeah, and we are continuing with our series. This is us. Okay? Aha. Let's continue. We were talking about how the church is not a country club. Okay? It's not a place where if you don't meet a certain level, you can't get in. You know those stereotypes, yeah? Today we are going to be discussing something else, something even deeper. Let's take the whole hospital, the church as a hospital, like for the sick to get better thing. Let's take it even more serious, okay? Let's dive even deeper. For those who are waiting for this thing to begin, well, fasten your seatbelts, get it, fast 10 your seatbelts. And let's get into it. So, I want to give you a story. Not even a story. Let's say it's a story. So there's this barabara somewhere in the world that most accidents happen on that road. Like it's a bend issue. So obviously, in the bends and cars moving very fast, accidents are prone to happen. So yeah, accidents happen, but it also happens that on that road there's this small yet very uninspiring hospital. Like ukiangalia haikai zile hospitals like the Aga Khans and the Pandias of this world and the premiers. No, it just looks eh. Although they have a few ambulances, like two, and a few doctors and nurses about walking about, because it's it's like a black spot. Okay, so accidents happen there frequently. So it just so happens that over time, as the accidents happen, the hospital gets more and more patients, yeah, and it kind of becomes known that there's this road and the accidents inafanyika. Good thing there's a hospital nearby. So when people went to see the hospital, obviously, so you know how, let's take it in our day and age, yeah. If some place is like the new hot place, obviously you see it on Instagram, TikTok, and all of those shenanigans. So let's say somebody records a video of it and puts it on TikTok. Like, so this is the hospital that has been helping hundreds of people, and people don't even know about it. Yeah, oh my goodness, nimekumbuka something else that goes in line with this, but not really. Anyway, so uh, the people around get to know about it. Like people who've seen that TikTok get to, okay, so this hospital. Then like those guys with big wealthy pockets come in and invest money in that hospital. They buy more ambulances. They bring more like qualified doctors. They build the hospital up to be even bigger, to have more rooms for the patients, etc. It's a good thing, yeah. Then this hospital becomes amazing, becomes luxurious. It becomes one of the like things to see or places to be when you're visiting that area. So like the tiles are very cleaned white, the seats are nice, well arranged, hospital beds looking neat with the beddings there and all. You can get the picture. You're just thinking about this very clean place. It's very nice. Noise. Yes. Uh-huh. So one day a bus that was traveling gets into an accident, like the fatal ones. Achana hizi accident hizi za sijui imegonga mbuzi. No, the fatal ones where it overturns and spins ki Fast and Furious 7. You remember that bus that was falling off the cliff? Yeah, that type of accident. And so patients are rushed to the hospital because that's the nearest one. And the board of directors are wondering why are these people making our prestigious hospital dirty? It's blood everywhere. What is this? What is this thing that they're doing to us? They're supposed to be taken elsewhere. Some of the doctors are like, you know what, it doesn't matter how prestigious this hospital is, saving lives is our priority. That's the first thing that you're supposed to do as a doctor. But then like, ah, no, the image of the hospital, it will look horrible. Just, no, we cannot allow this. Yes, imagine that happening in a hospital where people's lives are in danger. So they kind of vote. They kind of vote for. So you know how board of directors do. They vote for whatever thing they want. If they get many votes, that's what goes. If they get least, like a little votes, they force those little votes to become many, as long as they get what they want. So the few doctors are like, you know what, we'll go help these people elsewhere. Then, now making this story my own, let's say those doctors have an Canada ka small ka room hivi, and the people that were supposed to be in the major hospital are taken that ka small ka room, and they're treated and they become well. Guess what? Another TikTok video saying that this hospital, it's good, like if you look at it from the outside, but they don't really help people. Although there's this ka small ka room that is willing to take care of the injured people, and now that small room becomes popular than the other big hospital. You get how it is. And then the board of directors are like, oh, it's like a Nigerian movie. They're like, oh, come back, come back. Like, no, no, you just ask. You do not want to care about the people. Oh, you care about his money. I don't even know how it got there. Anyway, you see, this whole story, it has an underlying meaning. Okay, we have kind of made church a luxurious place. You see those carpets and stuff, you're like, divine, exquisite taste, things like those. But we kind of forget that the church was like meant to be a place for the broken, a place for the people who are not perfect, the people who are considered dirty, in like drenched in the world. It's not for the ultra prestigious people. No, it's for everybody, including the ones that are considered lowly by, well, society in general. And therefore we shall move into the teachings of today. Before we get into our lessons, let us read from the book of Luke chapter 5. Remember last time we also read Luke chapter 5, yeah? So we are continuing. It's another segment of Luke chapter 5. Today we are reading from verse 17 to verse 24. Again, I read it from the KJV. I'm only KJV. Yes. And it came to pass on a certain day, as he was teaching, that the Pharisees and the doctors of the law, or teachers of the law, depending on the version you're reading, sitting by, which were come out of every town of Galilee and Judea and Jerusalem, and the power of the Lord was present to heal them. And behold, men brought in a bed a man which was taken with a palsy, and they sought means to bring him in and to lay him before the master. Him, capital H. To lay him before him. That's why I said the master, because if I said to lay him before him, Anyway. And when they could not find by what they might bring him in, because of the multitude, they went upon the housetop and let him down through the tiling with his couch into the midst before Jesus. Bros on some IKEA furniture. Anyway. And when he saw their faith, he said unto them, Man, thy sins are forgiven thee. And the scribes and Pharisees began to reason, saying, Who is this which speaketh blasphemies? Who can forgive sins but God alone? But when Jesus perceived their thoughts, Professor X type thing, I'm telling you, KJV is interesting. He answering said unto them, What reason ye in your hearts? Whether is easier to say, Thy sins are forgiven thee, or rise up and walk? But ye may know that the Son of Man hath power upon earth to forgive sins. He said unto the sick of palsy, I say unto thee, Arise, take up thy couch, and go into thine house. Return the couch to IKEA, you won't be using it. Anyway. Yes, so we've heard of this story before. Maybe not this version, because this version has interesting language. That's why I love KJV. It's very interesting. He answering to them. my English teachers would be would be very, 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 very agitated by that. Anyway, so they brought this guy in a stretcher. That's what you know, or a mat, depending on how you are taught as a young person. And that's insanity. Okay, that is absolutely insane. Maybe back then the houses were not that complicated, but imagine this: there's a doctor somewhere, and a lot of people are surrounding this doctor. Then somebody comes anatoa mabati ya nyumba, so that they can bring the patient in. Even the doctor will be like, okay, you know what, that's insane. I've never seen this. You know what, I'll treat you. That's how it would have been if it was this day and age. But then back then, I don't know how the houses were. They just removed the tiling. The tiling. So was it like bricks? Because if it was bricks, it would have taken some time, yeah. Like, or if it was like grass thatch, they'd remove the thatches, then they put them back. Anyway, um, we find that these people, okay, they're friends, because I don't think just random strangers would go that far for somebody they don't know. Anyway, uh, they did not give up. They did not do the thing that we always do. Ile we don't see a way to a solution. I'm like, oh well, that's it, I guess. No, these guys went to extreme measures. Extreme measures. But first, they knew where Jesus was. Okay, so it's not like they just went to a random house and removed the tiling from the roof. No, they knew where Jesus was, and that's our first point. We always need to ensure Jesus is in the house. Mm. You do know there's some places, yeah, you'd expect God to be there, but He is not, because you have kind of repelled Him. You have done everything to make sure He's not there, but then somehow you expect Him to be there. I mean, it's not that He's not there, like there for you. He is there because He's everywhere. But in your situation, it's like, surely you could call for me, but then you decide you're going to do this on your own terms. What is wrong with you? I have a feeling that's what He's saying. You, Kimutu. Hey, Kinuthia, what is wrong? Anyway. So, healing will happen, change will happen, everything will happen as long as Jesus is there. We do things on our own, we fail. Have there been very many examples of this? Yes, there have. People have tried doing things on their own, thinking that they are the man or the woman, and then they fail. We even tried building the Tower of Babel back in the day, and you know how that happened. Now we have how many thousands of languages? Jesus Christ, those languages are many. Anyway. So it's not always about, like the church, it's not always about being that place of how do I put this? Extreme comfort. Not being that place where it's all bougie. It needs to be a place where Jesus is. It doesn't matter how things might look from the outside or the inside of the building itself. As long as inside our hearts Jesus is there, then things would go very well. Very, very well. And yes. I think I spoke about this like a few sermon series before, where I said the first thing that we need to do is to yearn for His presence. Was it the previous one? I think it was the previous one. Yearn for God's presence, because that is basically what we need. You ever heard of the song, Your Presence is Heaven to Me? The presence of the Lord is compared to heaven for a reason. Okay? It's basically everything. Everything we'd ever want. That is point number one. Because remember, those guys had to be where Jesus was for their friend to be healed. Every other person who was healed by Jesus was not healed, apart from the centurion servant, was not healed when Jesus was afar. Although even in the case of the centurion servant, the servant was healed because the centurion was where Jesus was. It's just that the faith was transmitted over radio, as in the faith was transmitted. Yeah. So point number two, we must be committed stretcher carriers. Now, you remember I was talking about the friends did not just give up and they're like, okay, he is there, it's crowded, you can't get there, we are through, we're done, we're going home. No, we must be committed. And by this, I don't mean like physically being stretcher carriers and you bringing people in stretchers. That would be nice, but then that's not really what I mean here. What I mean is wherever you see somebody, let's say not walking the right path, or mtu ambaye amelemewa, okay, like there is no turning back for this person, the person has given up hope, do not, for their sake, on their behalf, be their, let's say, pillar, okay, be that person that they can look up to and be, maybe it's not that bad, this person can help me, I can get, let's say, for example, a push, an assist because of this person. Be that stretcher carrier. Go to extreme lengths for people. It might not even necessarily be people that you know. It could be somebody that, let's say, you've met once, but then you knew about their problem and you know that you can help them solve it. Help them. Okay? I don't mean you go up to roofs and remove. No. That's a bit extreme. But you get the point. Do not just give up because a situation seems impossible for somebody else. Or you're like, there's no way I can get there. There's no way I can help this person get there. No. There is always a way. Where there is a will, there's a way. The reason I did this, I remember Thanos and talking about the strongest wills. Anyway. So, it could be, let's say, they're actually sick, like physically sick. You could help them. You could take them to the nearest hospital or what, do something that would help them feel better. Mentally, you could guide them to somebody who can actually assist their condition. It could be spiritually. You could help them, let's say, give their life to Christ or take them to church, things like those. For that's in our case, right? For the psychological ones, first of all, we help them find help, okay? Because we can try our best to be our friend's therapist, but some problems really need like professional help, and we also need to pray for them, okay? And I don't mean just pray by like mentioning, oh, see, so this person, God, please help them in whatever they're going through. No, mention that thing that they're going through. Show your commitment, share dedication towards helping them. And God will be like, you know what, this person has faith. And I shall do this thing that I was supposed to do even faster. Okay? Yeah. Number 3. I know it would sound almost close to the last one, but we need to find the sick and bring them in. Yeah. That one is when the sick have already come to you for help. Now this is our mandate. Remember I told you last week when Jesus was ascending, he gave the disciples the whole mandate of they will be witnesses across the entire world. I'll not mention Judea and Samaria, no. Across the entire world, because we are not in those areas. So it is our mandate to find the people who are, let's say, fallen, or the people who are sick, and bring them in. I don't mean bring them into a police station or anything. that would be crazy. That would be crazy. But still, the point is, we need to reach out to people. We don't just need to wait till they come to us. We need to reach out to them. There are some people who've, let's say, given testimonies that somebody saved my life, because I did not expect anybody to come help me, but this person helped me, and I got healed, or I got medical help, or I even got like mental well-being, because somebody came and asked me what is wrong. I don't mean you go asking everybody what is wrong. No, you just relate to people well, and somehow they will open up to you. They will tell you what's the matter. It's very hard for a human being to hide what's truly affecting them. They might try not talking about it, but something will just pop up that will give you an indication that something's not right here. Yeah, yeah. So that is it for this week's video. I know it's kind of doubling down on what we talked about last week, and that's why I said we are going to move deeper into this topic. So yeah, basically that's it. So let us pray. Heavenly Father, we come before you, thanking you for this day, thanking you for this word that you've given us. And I pray, King of Glory, that it may seep into our hearts, that we may digest this, that we may get a revelation of your God, and the push, Father, to seek others, to bring them to you, King of Glory. I thank you for everybody who's watching, whoever's listening, wherever they might be in this country or the world in general, my God. I pray, Father, that you may bless them, even for taking the time out of the day to listen to this, to watch this. I pray, over glory, that this word may get into them, Father, that they may stick to whatever they have learned today, and that they may know, Father, that they could be the ones to actually bring lives to you, to help save lives, King of God. I pray, thanking you for the team behind that creator. I pray even thanking you for this word, because we have referenced things that already happened through your Son Jesus Christ, and those references, Father, are a way to strengthen us in our faith and in our believing, King of Glory. Thank you and worship you. In Jesus' name, pray, trusting and believing. Amen. Yeah. So, yeah, that is it from me, and I shall see you next time. Probably the next time, no. I was supposed to say the next time you see me, I will be Spider-Man, but still, no, I am not. That will be the other week. The next time you see me, I would be from the world of the Little Mermaid. Yes, you can call me Sebastian. I'm already giving you hints. You can call me Sebastian in the next episode. Yeah, so thank you.